A really emphatic victory, and we're into another County Antrim Shield final.
Yeah, it was a very professional performance. The gaffer told the players before the game, just go out and make sure we're mentally switched on, and make sure that we don't let up. Doesn't matter who we're playing. At the end of the day, it's a semi-final. We were aiming to get our third final in 2 years, and lucky that's what we've done.
Yeah, is it one of those games where you want to kind of set the tone in terms of how the game's going to go? Obviously, you're not going to win every game like this by that sort of scoreline, but you can sort of make it the game you want it to be, and that's the way it seemed to be tonight.
Yeah, we try to make the game just about us, and not so much worrying about the opposition as we try and do in most games. It's about how we play, and everything was about the tempo and how we started the game to get off on the front foot, to drive forward, and as much as we could, and to create chances. And let's make no bones about it. It was tough at times. Yes, we went 2-0 up, I think, in the first 10 minutes. But after that, I thought Ballyclare came into the game, caused us problems. They hit us on a couple of counter attacks and done pretty well. And as I say, we were a wee bit ropey for 15 or 20 minutes. But the boys were absolutely fantastic. You're especially in the semi-final. This is a team that beat Crusaders in the last round. So they have something about them, and they're always going to have a period of the game where they had a bit of possession and they caused you problems. But we stood up to it. We kept a clean sheet and scored 8 goals.
Yeah, and the appetite in the second half to kind of maintain that tempo and keep playing that way. They didn't sort of look in the mood to take the foot off the gas.
No, and that's that's what we're trying to get into the players as well. Try and be ruthless with teams. When you've got teams on the back foot, keep pressing. Don't take your foot off it, and keep that high tempo. There's no such thing as an easy game, and make no bones about it, this was not an easy game. It might have looked easy by the scoreline, but it's because of what those players, those 11, 14 players that played on the pitch, did during the game.
And plenty of players among the goals, and Ronan Hale was right up there as well. 2 goals and I think 5 in his last 4 games, so he certainly had a real good patch.
Yeah, fantastic. Ronan's work rate is phenomenal, and actually his first goal was him closing down someone who ended up giving the ball away in a fantastic cross by Tomas. I think our first 3 goals, one was from a centre back, one was from a centre midfielder, and one was from a centre forward. So it's great that all the goals are spread around. Also great for young Matty Lusty to come off the bench as well, and young Conall Curran, and to get among the goals, especially Conall, which is great credit to our academy. Seamus and Gary and Keith O'Hara and the boys in the academy. Fantastic to see a 17-year-old kid come off the bench and scoring 2 goals. Absolutely superb for the club.
Yeah, I was going to say, it shows what the club's trying to be about and what the club's trying to do, not only involving players like that, but then really grabbing the opportunity whenever they get it.
Absolutely, and you're not putting players on just for the sake of putting players on. You're putting players on because the kids be scoring goals every week, and you're putting them on because you genuinely believe they could do something. Even out there and showed no fear, and showed by a celebration. After he scored his first goal, he does a Ronaldo celebration, so he's obviously got a bit of confidence about him. So there's no reason there, and he's put on there in merit. As I say, fair play to him, fantastic.
As we speak, we're not sure who we're going to face in the final, but whether it's Cliftonville or Linfield, it's a top side, obviously.
Yeah, and when the draw was first made and we drew Glentoran in the first round, obviously a very, very tough draw, we all said this is our trophy. It was the first trophy that we'd won. It meant so much to us because it was the first trophy we'd won in some 30 or 40 years, whatever it was, and we were determined, that we were going to do everything in our power to try and retain this trophy. We're in the final now, and regardless of who it is, the focus is still the same. We want to go out, and it's our trophy, and they're going to have to work extremely hard to try and pry it away from us.
And to make that's the last 4 finals in a row that we could have made. We have made 2 County Antrim Shield finals, an Irish Cup final, and obviously the European playoff final. So we're really getting to the latter stages of things like this.
Yeah, and it's great for the fans as well. What it does is, especially during the season, gives you a wee bit of momentum, gives you something to look forward to, gives the players a bit of a lift. Everyone's looking forward to a final now. Obviously, everybody wants to play in the final. I think it's around the 11th of January, I think it is. So everybody will hopefully give the club a wee lift. It's another win. It's 2 wins on the bounce now, and then we look forward to Ballymena on Friday night.
Super, thank you.